Hi everyone, if you have clicked on this video, chances are you're going through a heartbreak, and whether it has been days, months or years, my heart is with you. I feel you, I see you, and I know how hard it is to go through a heartbreak. And so I'm giving you a virtual hug. This is you, by the way. So I'm giving you a big hug because I know how painful it is. And I went through a heartbreak or a breakup recently. And so, yeah, I know how hard that is. And you can get over it overnight. And I do think it takes time. It takes time to heal from that. And there's something that I wanted to share with you. It may sound strange, but I think there is beauty on the other side of the breakup or the heartbreak. And yeah, so that's why I wanted to share my story. And when the heartbreak happened, it was near my competition, so I was preparing myself to create a 30 I was preparing myself to create a 30-minute massage routine, and I couldn't focus, I couldn't do anything, I just gave up. And obviously a lot of people was pushing me to do it anyway, to not let that heartbreak to knock me, to, how can I say that, of course everybody was trying to cheer me up and to not give up and to do it anyway, but something inside of me was saying, no, you shouldn't go. I think you should just rest, because I don't think heartbreak like a heartbreak, and I think the feeling behind the heartbreak is grief. Like the underlying feeling of a heartbreak is grief, and I don't think this is like a mental process. I'm not a psychologist, by the way, but I can, for me, like going through that experience, I could feel that this is not something that you can process mentally. It's something that you have to process with your body. It's because for me, like I won't, like for everybody, I will not speak for everybody, but for me, when I had the heartbreak, it felt like a hole, like a big hole in my chest, and it felt empty. And I can have compassion for people who run into another relationship right away, because it felt like that. Like I wanted to go into another relationship just to not feel the pain of it, because it felt like a hole, like an emptiness, like a void that I wanted to feel. Like I wanted to, I wanted to fill up that emptiness, because it felt horrible, it felt extremely painful, and there was nothing you can do to relieve that sensation in the body. And from my experience, and again, I'm not a psychologist or a therapist. Hey guys, I had some technical issues, that's why you're seeing a different background. I've been trying to finish this video for days, and I feel like I'm not as inspired as when I started to to record the video for initially, but hopefully it will came out okay. And I didn't want to start from scratch because it's been days that I've been starting from scratch, and I haven't put that video out there. And I don't know, I feel like people need to feel that they are not alone in this. And I wanted to share some tips with you that has helped me to relieve some pain of the breakup. I won't say that I have overcome it because I haven't. I still think of him sometimes, and when I think of him, I still cry. I still feel pain. But yeah, I was telling you guys, I didn't want to start over, and I just want to pick up where I left off. So I was saying basically that for me, the pain, it was like a big void in my chest that it felt so big, and the sensation was so weird. It was so painful that you wanted to kind of fill that void with something else. Like, for example, with a relationship, for me, it was better to go to another relationship just to fill that void. But fortunately, I didn't make that mistake. So yeah, so my point was, I don't think this is something that you can process mentally. I think this is something that you process with your body, and that you have to consciously choose to sit with the pain. Although it's super hard, and I couldn't stop crying like for days. And fortunately, I had support from my parents, my friend, my parents, because they take care of my son when I was working, and I could spend time on my own. And when I was on my own, I was able to cry, because in front of my son, I didn't want him to see me broken, to see me that I was feeling depressed. So I tried as much as I can to just be on my own, so I can process those feelings, that it's not really easy. And for those who went through this, you probably know exactly what I mean. And yeah, when you go through that, have support of people who really truly listens to you. And yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about this friend that is very dear to me, because she was there for me. She didn't try to fix me. She didn't try to make me feel better right away, because that's what I didn't want. Exactly. I just wanted someone to be present for me, to listen to me. And she was able to do that. And she's a true gem. And if she's watching this, she knows it's her. And I love her so much. Like, if you have a friend that is like that, reach them out, because it's important to not be with this pain alone. And also what helped is that she could understand me, because she went through a heartbreak as well. So she knew exactly what I was feeling. And yeah, she comforted me in a lot of ways. Also, I was saying that there is beauty on the other side of the heartbreak. And for me, it has taught me a lot of things. Like, for example, to love myself more. I have chosen myself regardless of other people's opinion, because it was difficult for me to say no, to not go to the competition. And I didn't want to appear as someone weak. So looking back, I feel very grateful that I act on my best interest, because that was the most self-loving thing I could do for myself. And also, yeah, I quit a job that I wasn't feeling good there anymore. And yeah, I learned to listen to myself because I was always listening to others. But this time I listened to me, I listened to my body, what was needing, and it was needing rest because I feel like my nervous system was breaking down. And massage you give, and I feel like it's an act of giving. And at that moment, I couldn't give anything to anyone, honestly. I felt like I was the one who needed to receive. Anyways, and also the other thing that I wanted to share with you guys, that when I stopped running from the pain and I got brave and sit more with my pain, something of it came out beautifully. I didn't share I didn't share that with anyone in my family, um, and nor on my social media. I have never shared that with anyone except my friend, my very close friend. Um, I'm not sure if I shared that with my sister, but I shared it with my close friend. Um, it was something that I wanted to maybe to show it in my massage routine in the competition, but I didn't know um, how to show that with hands movement and all that. So, and there was not too much time left, and I talked about it with a friend and even my teachers. Um, they said it like because I was so afraid to cry a lot and that I couldn't focus and just stop there, and that's why I just decided that maybe it's not a good idea, and I didn't want to. I was already going through a lot, and I didn't want to go through another event that maybe it would have turned out so bad. I couldn't afford that, to be honest. And so, yeah, it's a piece that I wrote. It's a piece that I wrote. No, I don't like. So I write something. It's something that I write, Heartbreak in Motion. So I will read it for you guys. So here it is. Heartbreak in Motion. It's the meeting of two individuals who came together and fell in love instantly. It felt like coming home, safe, and they found support in each other. There was this intense longing to always be together. They couldn't get enough of each other. However, reality hit, and they both had to face their own shadows and insecurities. They also had to confront their individual desires. They came to the conclusion that they couldn't be together and decided to walk away from each other. As they went through the painful heartbreak, they felt like they were losing their mind, as if a part of their identity had died. They felt lost and confused. The grief of losing each other felt heavy, as if they were sinking into the deep waters of the sea with no end to the darkness in sight. They eventually stopped fighting the pain and the darkness, choosing instead to let it be. They didn't try to change the uncomfortable feelings, they stayed and sat with them. It took bravery. They didn't force the process, they just trusted it. Some days were happy, and other days not so much. But that's okay, one day at a time. So, yeah, that was another thing that I want to share with you guys that I have learned from this, and I think it's very important to mention it, is to not take people for granted and the relationship for granted, because honestly, I think there was so much love between us, and it felt like it was my person and that I was his person. But I don't want to go in the details of it. But the thing is that don't take the relationship for granted. Okay, we never know. And the other thing with that is that it makes you realize that nothing is permanent. nothing is permanent, and it's hard because when we think of relationship, we think of permanency, but you cannot think like that, because even though the relationship goes well, you never know if someone will die, if someone has to leave. We have to understand is that when you want to love someone, there will be pain. Like, I don't think any relationship doesn't go through a phase of pain, of misunderstanding. That's why being in a relationship is so hard, and it takes commitment. I heard somewhere that it's a couple who said that because they hear that some people say it's 50-50, and they said it's not a 50-50 thing, it's a 100% thing from both sides. It's not only the man who does 50 and the woman does 50, it's 100% commitment from both sides, not half-ass in love. Like, when you go in a relationship is taking a risk by definition, because you don't know if you're going to be cheated on, if you are with the right person. You have to be willing to risk that. And so that's why I'm saying that when you are loving someone, there will be pain. Anyways, that's what I meant that by there's beauty on the other side of a heartbreak, because you learn new things, you learn things about yourself. Also, I think it helps you to grow, to see life differently, to see, like for me, and I don't want to talk for everybody, but for me, it just makes me want to be better in relationship. Yeah. Sorry, another interruption. And by the way, my name is Fabiola. I'm new on YouTube, and I have no idea where this channel will go. Actually, I've made some videos, but they are in French. But if you like my energy, maybe you want to watch them with captions. I have one of my subscribers, or a few of them, who speaks English, and they knew that I was making YouTube videos, and they turned the captions in English. So if you want to watch that. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say for you guys. I hope my video comforted you in some way. Hopefully it did comfort you, and yeah, to see also from another perspective. And yeah, I hope this maybe will help you to lessen the pain of the heartbreak. Anyways, I wish you to have a great day, and hopefully to see you very soon again.